Hello everyone, this is Speaker Mike Johnson. I'm getting used to that new title. I'm really sorry I couldn't join you all in person this week. I so wanted to be there. But as you may be aware, we had quite a month here in Washington. But as I've been telling folks, democracy can be messy. And thankfully, I believe the United States Congress and our entire nation has reemerged now as a beacon of liberty for the world as a result of all this. The House is back in session, as we say here. Now look, I believe God brings leaders together to address certain challenges, just as I believe the Alliance for Responsible Citizenship has been called together this week to begin the challenging work of pushing back on the failed visions that currently plague the West. I've been delighted in the ARC vision because I believe in the critical importance of this cause. The questions before us are essential. How do we restore good governance and restore faith in our institutions? How do we refocus on the family and strengthen the social fabric that ties us all together? What's the best way to deliver reliable and affordable energy to ourselves and the world? And how do we sell the idea that the best answers to these questions are the keys to greater human flourishing across the globe? The answers to these and other key questions will form our optimistic vision and what we're calling our better story. We're living in unprecedented times, we all recognize that. Here in the United States, our political divides run deep. Across the West, we face a crisis of identity. Today, we lack the necessary moral framework and common narrative that can bind us all together. Around the globe, tensions are flaring. Hamas terrorists have once again destabilized the Middle East. The Chinese continue to escalate tensions in the Taiwan Strait, and in Eastern Europe, of course, war rages on. But the reason we're gathered here today, despite these challenges we face, is to foster the critical relationships and dialogue needed to push back, to present our better story. ARC's mission is noble, and I am so proud to be a part of it, especially at such a turning point in our history. My dear friend Os Guinness calls this turning point that we're in a civilizational moment. Many of us use that phrase now. We will lose our critical connection to our foundational principles if we answer this question the wrong way. If we answer it the right way, it will lead to renewal rather than replacement or the ultimate decline of our civilization. So here and now, ARC presents the unique opportunity for us to choose renewal, to revitalize our vision of what it means to flourish, as individuals, as families, as greater communities, as states and nations. Our better story is one of optimism, one that sees a future of abundance and expansive opportunity. Our better story says that purpose is found in contribution, and that each of us must play our part in building a better world. Our better story seeks to return to responsibility from government to the citizenry. And finally, and most importantly, our better story says that we in the West draw on an extraordinary heritage built on the best of the classical liberal and the Judeo-Christian tradition. These are not just political ideas, these are foundational principles which have governed our public debate for centuries and which we would do well to remember. ARC seeks to challenge our existing paradigms and chart a new path forward. And while not a political movement, our politicians desperately need to hear the message. We're coming together to remember who we are and to truly understand the keys to greater human existence. As Speaker, I will look to these values every day. We need leaders of character. We need servant leaders, virtuous men and women who reflect the best and the brightest of society. This is a time when we need a radical shift in thinking about the role of government and the proper delegation of responsibility. It is truly my honor to address you all today. Again, I wish I was there with you in person. We are praying for you here, and I ask for your prayers for me as I step into this new role. May we all remember our admonition to serve selflessly. It will be worth it in the end. May that reminder be what guides each one of us as we chart this new path. God bless you, and thank you.